Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about what are some of the best social media stocks you could put your money toward. And today I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one stock. We're going to look at 4 different stocks. There's really only 4 social media type stocks you can even invest in, guys. The first one is Facebook, which they own, obviously, the Facebook brand. They own Instagram, which is huge for them now. It's their biggest growth engine. And they also own WhatsApp, which is kind of like a phone calling, texting service, but it's kind of morphing into more of a social network type deal. Then you have Twitter. We're going to look at Twitter. We're also going to look at Google, which you might not think of Google as a social media company, which for the most part they aren't, except for what you're watching this on, YouTube. It's one of the biggest social media platforms out there, guys. And a lot of people like to put YouTube as like a media company, like a competitor to television and Netflix and things like that. And it is a competitor to them, but it's mainly, I think the thing that makes YouTube special is the social community of being able to comment on a video, being able to like a video, dislike a video, being able to have a conversation with somebody in the comment section or the creator themselves. I think that's what makes YouTube so special and differs it from every other platform out there, guys. And the last stock we're going to look at today, you can't even quite buy yet as of the making of this video, but you will be able to very soon, which is Snapchat. Now, we're only going to go into a little bit into all these companies because otherwise this would be like a 3-hour video. But by the way, I have a full Snapchat video looking in depth in Snapchat coming in a few days, guys, so look out for that. So let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Let's see which social media stock is the best of them all. Hit a thumbs up if you enjoy. So first one's Facebook. So look at the way Facebook's revenue has grown over the last few years. They were doing $12 billion in revenue in 2014, which is phenomenal. That's amazing. Last year, they did $27.6 billion in revenue, guys. They did almost $10 billion more year over year from 2015 to 2016. That is absolutely phenomenal. And look at how much of it went straight down to gross profit. I mean, out of $27 billion in revenue in 2016, $23 billion went straight to the bottom line, or not to the bottom line, but to the gross profit line, guys. That's amazing. And then if we go down and we look at net income, went from $3.6 billion in 2015 to last year, they did over $10 billion in net income, guys. Facebook's is amazing. It is amazing the growth they're having straight to the bottom line, because the great thing for Facebook right now is they're already built their company. Like everything that's needed to be built for Facebook is built as far as the amount of employees. They don't need to spend a ton of money on anything anymore. They just need to keep spending the amount they're spending, right? But they're growing revenue at such a fast rate that revenue is now going straight to the bottom line, guys. So it is absolutely amazing what Facebook is doing here, guys. And the fact that basically all new money that's coming in, it's going straight to that bottom line right now, guys. So absolutely amazing. Now, a few things here on Facebook. Let's look at some of these statistics. So they got a trailing PE of around 38, but they got a forward PE of only 20, which is very low for a company that has this kind of growth, guys. A forward PE of 20 is very low. Then we look at this balance sheet. They've got one of the best balance sheets of any stock in the stock market. They have almost $9 billion in cash, over $20 billion in short-term investments. They have no long-term investments, but they also have $280 million in short/current long-term debt, which is like a pathetic amount. It's like nothing. And they have no long-term debt. This is one of the best balance sheets you'll find of any stock out there, guys. It's arguably the best, but I would say it's one of the best, because we might actually see a stock today that has the best balance sheet of them all. So absolutely amazing numbers out of Facebook. Unbelievable. That's all I'm going to say is just unbelievable, Facebook. So the second stock we're looking at, which is the one I'll preface for you guys now. It's the one I like the least out of them. I don't like it at all, matter of fact. It's Twitter, but we got to look at it anyway. So they've grown revenue very nice, from 2013, $600 million in revenue. Then they did 2014, they did $1.4 billion in revenue. 2015, they did $2.2 billion in revenue. Very good numbers, but the bottom line is just horrible. They're losing over half $500 million in money, guys. It's amazing, and also their growth has slowed significantly recently. So a couple bad signs there. You look at obviously they're unprofitable. Now they expect to be profitable this coming year, so that would assume to put their PE at maybe a 40. but are they really going to make a profit? I'm not so sure about that. And if they do, a 40 PE is pretty high for a company that's growth is slowing significantly. And then we look at their balance sheet. It's a decent balance sheet. They have $900 million in cash. They have $2.5 billion in short-term investments. They have no long-term investments, but they do have $1.5 billion in debt. So when I look at Twitter, I see a good balance sheet, not a great balance sheet by any stretch of the imagination. I see a company that's growth is slowing a lot. I see a company that's lost well over $1 billion the last few years. And I'm like, is that a stock I really want to be in? For me personally, no, not at all. So that's the worst of the bunch in my opinion, guys. Next one up is Google. Now, Google gets a lot of money from a lot of things that aren't social media related. But needless to say, they have a big social media network in YouTube. So Google has grown like a beast. I mean, $66 billion in 2014. Last year, they did $90 billion. So they're absolutely growing monstrously. Now, net income has not grown as fast. You look at net income, $16.3 billion in 2015, whereas this past year, they did just under $20 billion in net income. So Google is spending a lot of money on a lot of things that people are not sure if they're going to actually pan out or whatnot. A lot of what they call moonshots, trying to reach for the sky type things that maybe those won't even pay off. So, but the bottom line is if they cut back on a lot of that stuff, that bottom line would go up drastically, guys. It would. So a few other things to look at here with Google. They have a trailing PE of 30. They have a forward PE of 21. So that's a little bit higher actually than Facebook's forward PE. For Facebook. Now, here's what I'm talking about with YouTube. YouTube may be worth over $90 billion if it was a standalone company. It could be worth up to $100 billion, guys. And this is a service they paid $1.65 billion for back in, I believe it was 2006. They're saying that there's probably generating on YouTube well over $12 billion in revenues. I see no reason why that wouldn't be true. I wouldn't be surprised if this upcoming year they do something around $20 billion in revenue on YouTube. I mean, completely honest, guys. So YouTube is an absolute growth beast for Google. It's one of their fastest growing markets, and they have a lot of different things with Google. I really like Google a lot because not just because of YouTube, that's one of the main components, but because they have the Google search engine, which maybe is not growing as fast as far as new people using it, but it's still a profit machine for them. They have their new phone, the Pixel phone, come out. So Google has a lot of things. It's a stock I really like, guys. Now, also, look at this balance sheet. They have arguably the best balance sheet of any public company, guys. $13 billion in cash, $73 billion in short-term investments, over almost $6 billion in long-term investments. They have no short/current long-term debt, and they have about just under $4 billion in long-term debt. That is a ridiculously amazing balance sheet there, guys, for Google. So I love the balance sheet of Google. I love the way they are raising that top line. I would like it if probably they cut back on some of that spending they're doing because some of those things I don't think will pan out. And that could go straight to the bottom line. So I like the profitability they have. I like the YouTube, whole deal. I love YouTube in general as a consumer. I know many people who do. I'm a creator on YouTube. I think it's just a phenomenal growth platform for Google. So Google, I like a lot. But is it better than Facebook? We'll see. Now, this last one is Snapchat. So this is not even a public company yet. I think it's interesting that Snapchat calls themselves a camera company when actually my biggest investment, GoPro right now, they try to be known as not a camera company. They want to be known as, I don't know, whatever term they try to use for the company now, but it's a camera company. So now Snapchat here, look at the way they've raised revenues. They did $58 million in revenue in 2015, right? Last year, 2016, they did $404 million in revenue, and it's expected that they'll probably do around $1 billion for this past year in revenues for the 2017 year. So they're a growth beast right now. Now they are losing a lot of money, guys. Look at that net loss. They lost $372 million in 2015. This past year, they lost over $500 million, guys. So they're losing a phenomenal amount of money. They have cash and cash equivalents of around $1 billion right now, and that number will go up drastically once they actually go public because all that money will move straight to that cash line there, guys. So that's going to go up great. Now, They're asking for a valuation of around $20 billion, guys. So basically, you're getting a company, and we're going to look into Snapchat fully, guys, in a video that I have coming in a few days from now, and we'll look at this fully. But they have a valuation. They want a valuation of about $20 billion, but they are losing about $500 million a year currently. Now, that could change fast the way it did with, Facebook and whatnot. So the question with Snapchat is Snapchat the next Twitter? Growing like crazy, and then just the growth, slows big time, and they start losing users, and the users start not growing anymore? Or are they in the next Facebook and just turn into an absolute growth beast, guys? So we'll look at Snapchat. For the purposes of this video, Snapchat's not my favorite. It's between Facebook and Google. And right now, as far as social media stocks, I have to go with Facebook. As much as I love Google, and as much as Google has so many things going for it other than social media, when you look at Facebook at a 4P of around 20, and the fact that almost every dollar that's coming through the door is now just going straight to that bottom line, guys, this is now a profit beast in Facebook, and they have several growth levers to tap. They have the Facebook brand, they have Instagram brand, which they just started advertising on within the past couple of years. Then they have the WhatsApp brand, which has over 1 billion users. Facebook has so much going for it, guys, and a phenomenal balance sheet at that. So I look at this and I say Facebook 1, I say Google number 2 as far as social media stocks. I say probably Snapchat number 3, and like I said, we'll go fully into Snapchat soon. And then last is Twitter. Twitter, I'm just a stock I'm not really in. I track Twitter, but I'm not interested at all in the company unless I somehow see a turnaround in that company, and I don't really necessarily see a turnaround anytime soon, guys. So that covers the social media stocks today. Let me know what your favorite is as far as social media stocks, guys. I would love to hear from you. If you just came across this channel and you've not subscribed yet, you may want to. We talk personal finance in the channel. We talk entrepreneurship. I'm an actual business owner. I give away a ton of my business tips. We talk the stock market the most of anything, guys. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.